Hello and welcome to the Philippines. This is the Kid Ferry Company, very low carbon footprint. They paddled up from SRP, quite a distance in itself, and they offered me a ride across to one of those islands over there. They said there's a beach over there. Anyway, let you in on the conversation here.
Let's go!
No. Have a safe trip. You going? Do they have food over there for you? Okay. All right. Be careful of whales and sharks.
I don't scare.
Oh.
Pero busy daw.
Bisok tuno no. Ikot. Balihaner, matangtang yung buksan eh.
No problem.
Highly recommend their their service. For a second or two, I was very tempted to go along for the ride. I really was, but then I thought second about it. Anyway, over here to the entrance, going over to Carbone Public Market. I need to get out of the road here. Look at this guy in his cart. This is a freight company, new startup freight company. You can hire them, excellent rates. Delivery on time, every time, I am sure. Anyway, this is the entrance to Carbone Market, so let's take a look around. I'm going to give you a little bit of a look at several areas of the Carbone Market, including the new model area, and the wet market, the meat market area, and lots of vegetable stands. They've got hardware, they've got clothes, ukay, used clothes. Anyway, lots to buy here. What are these, peppers? What is this? What?
Kamyas.
Huh?
Kamyas.
Gamyas? What is it? Hot? Spicy? What does it taste like?
Sour.
Sour. Really? Ah. What is this? Spinach?
No. Alubati.
Alabate. Do you have arguela? Arguela? No. How about this was malunggay?
Yeah.
Malunggay? All right. The downtown Carbone Public Market in the downtown area of Cebu City is huge, and interesting experience. Very seldom do I see any foreigners down here. Very, very rare. They're with their remodeling, they're hoping to clean it up a bit. They're hoping to bring in some foreigners anyway. So we'll see what happens in the coming year or two. And all types of transportation you can hire within the place to carry your goods around. Everything from a push cart to electric vehicle like that, motorbikes, taxis, jeepneys. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, I've been doing videos since 2015 when I first came here. I've got playlists about cost of living. I've got a ton of videos about condominiums, housing. Real estate agents in the malls used to grab me, come and look at my condo right now, and I would always had my camera. I would do a film, put it up. Lots of interest because I couldn't find that when I first came here. Where should I live? What can I get for what does it cost me? So I've done a lot of real estate related type videos as well. 120. What is this?
Chlorine, white clothes.
Oh, groats?
No, chlorine.
Oh. Chlorine. And what's this? Soap?
Oxalic acid, sir.
Huh?
Oxalic acid.
For washing.
Oh, washing clothes.
Yes. Oh.
Washing,
Clothes, yes.
washing clothes.
Yes.
And this is for your pool?
Chlorine.
For your swimming pool?
For clothes also.
Oh,
Wash.
clothes. Make them white.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you all have swimming pools.
No.
All right. What is the blue one? Oh, laundry soap.
Yes,
laundry
for
soap.
laundry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you also.
Lots of streets and alleys here, so you can spend a number of hours checking all this stuff out. Where are you? What are you buying today?
Yeah.
Ah, where are you taking it?
Just the home.
Where's your home?
Guadalupe.
Guadalupe. Guadalupe. All right. All right. I have a friend lives in Guadalupe. So
Okay.
I have a YouTube channel called Amazing Philippines.
Oh.
So that's what
Where
I'm.
are you from?
USA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Amazing Philippines.
Amazing Philippines. And if you would be so kind, if you find these videos interesting or helpful, please hit the thumbs up or even the thumbs down if you don't. It all helps with the algorithms to help promote the channel. And if you comment, if you pass along on other media as well, that all helps as well. So anyway, appreciate that. How much is a ride? How much?
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm just wondering if I want to go to Cologne or something.
Friend, you wanna ride? You wanna joyride?
No,
You're
I'm
going to
Come with
Cologne.
Where?
50.
50?
Pesos, yeah.
Ah, no.
Delivery lang 20.
No.
Over here 50. Over here 50.
Okay. To go around and round and round. Pick up.
You wanna one?
No.
Far away.
Oh, far away. How much? I never did get an answer because I didn't give them an answer. Where do I want to go? I'm just trying to get some prices there. So anyway, you can negotiate a bit if that's important to you. Anyway, lots of stands with rice. They've got everything. A lot of stuff comes from the Philippines, but there's also a lot of imported goods. You get stuff from Australia and New Zealand. When I first number of years I came here, I like red cabbage, and I had a hard time finding red cabbage. Usually there's one person here, and you just ask around, and they'll point you to the person that sells red cabbage. A few other things that I've got a market close to me that I buy stuff at. There's one person there that has kiwi fruit from Kiwi Land, New Zealand, and here is the meat market, where they and a lot of these guys, they start like at midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and they have animals come in, and they've got a big fish section, and they have a place where they have beef and pork and other animals. They process them very early in the morning, and I've been told to get down there at early in the morning if I want to film some of that processing. But anyway, it's about as fresh as it's going to get. And this is going into the fish section. Now, I was here, gosh, still morning. I think it was before 11 o'clock in the morning. And most of the fish have been sold off already. A lot of these people, they have regular customers. Might be restaurants, might be other smaller markets that come in and buy from these guys. It might be the local guy that fills up a couple buckets with ice on the fish, and he walks down certain neighborhoods selling the fish to the people in the neighborhood. But there were a couple people there that still had a little bit of fish for sale. I've done another video, and maybe I'll put a link to that at in the last about 30 seconds, 20 seconds of this video, of a video I did at a huge wholesale fish market. Huge trucks, big trucks come in with fish on ice, and they've got a little bit of an auction area. It's out by SM Mall seaside area, and really quite an interesting process, definitely. And a lot of these guys, they've worked all night and a good part of the morning, and they are tired. And you'll see a lot of people sleeping wherever they can, catching up on some sleep. Now, when I first came here in 2015, I told a number of people, Filipinos, that I wanted to go downtown Cologne Street area and experience that, and I wanted to go to Carbone Market. And I think virtually everybody told me, "Sir, you don't want to do that. You shouldn't go down there. It's dangerous. And pickpockets and whatever." And my understanding is that quite a number of years ago, it was a lot riskier than it is now. But one of the former mayors didn't like the reputation. He brought in more police and undercover people to help clean it up. And you need to be careful. You don't want to be wearing a lot of jewelry or carrying your valuables, money and such, in a place that would be easy to pickpocket. So you want to be careful about that. But I have not had any issues. That would be one of the processing rooms. Take an animal in there. And there's been a couple times where I felt a little uncomfortable, but it could happen anywhere, and it has happened anywhere on a rare occasion where a couple of kids or teenagers or in their 20s come up on one on either side and start getting a little too close to you, or one in front, one behind you, and the one in front can slow you down with a bump into you, especially in a crowded type area. And that happened to me during the huge Sinologue festival that usually happens in January every year. I've had 2 different phones, 2 different Sinologues, 2 different phones snatched out of my pocket. And a good part of it was my fault for not doing what I tell other people to do. Keep it in a secure place. And I had it in a button. Yeah, these guys start at 12 midnight. But I had cargo pants and I had it in a snapped. But the snap wasn't good enough. You get into a big crowd and people are pushing and shoving. And you're getting bumped and jostled from all sides. One time it was a crushing crowd. I understand now how people get killed in crowds because people were pushing from all directions. It was hot. People were trying to find shade, find a place to stand. And when I finally got turned around and got out of there, I had neither a wallet or a phone. And I had a third phone, and a wallet stolen another time. And I was walking in an area, probably shouldn't be walking later at night. Some kids came around me. I gave them a little bit of change. All of a sudden I've got a dozen kids around me and all asking for money, and all of a sudden they're running. And I felt I had neither a phone or a wallet. And I took off running them. I chased them about 2 blocks, but they were faster than me. And a couple weeks later, I went down that area. I saw one kid, I recognized him. I said, "I want my wallet back." And he disappeared, and 20 minutes later, he brought my wallet. Still had the IDs, didn't have any money. I knew I wasn't going to get my phone back, but at least I got all my IDs back. The building to the left there, that is one of the new buildings being put up by Megawide Corporation. They're a huge developer here in the Philippines. And one thing they will offer is more sanitary type place with running water, and I'm not sure of all the infrastructure they're going to have in there, but it will be. I hope this area doesn't lose its character. The Filipino, it's such a great place to visit. The Filipino culture. I hope it doesn't become commercialized in a different type of way. There was some protest there was attempt at a lawsuit to stop this by some of the members of the co-op, the group, kind of a co-op union type group down here, something like that. And they wanted after Megawide came in and proposed this. Originally there was no plan. They came in and made the proposal, I guess. Gave the group, the co-op down here, very little time to respond, come up with their own plan. I think that eventually they're even planning on having ferry service from here over to Mactan Island. And part of that being to draw more people, more customers from there, and also perhaps have shuttles from the airport. I don't know how many people from the airport are going to want to come directly from the airport to Carbone Market. That is something usually when you travel to a place, your first destination, generally for most people, when you leave the airport, is go to a hotel, a friend's place, something. It's not to go directly to some tourist site. So we will see how that all pans out in the next year or two. And as I was saying, there are several sections. I brought a bag with me today, and I was going to pick up a few things. One of the things I wanted to pick up was lettuce. And there are different types of lettuce. I like the type of lettuce that's round like a cabbage. And there's a lot of cabbage here. Ton of cabbage. Each different vendors. And I never did find the lettuce I was looking for. I was told here, a couple different people pointed me in different directions, and then I was told sold out already. All gone already. So, as I was saying, a lot of these people, they have regular customers, other vendors at there are many here in Cebu City. There are many other smaller markets, street markets. Megawide City has a pretty big market in itself. Somebody walking through here, hollering, selling something there in those containers. I often buy stuff in the supermarket because it's so much convenient. I'm there for certain things, and it's convenient just to pick up, even though it's much more expensive, maybe not as fresh as it is down here. But what I've found, it's becoming more and more difficult to get into the malls. The government here in Cebu City, the mayor decided to try to restrict people going into the malls. So, and even like I was doing a lot of buying my over-the-counter type stuff for drugs. I don't use a lot of that stuff, but I was spending several thousand pesos a month, I would guess, at Watkins, and even before they shut the malls down to unvaccinated, Watkins wouldn't let me in. And so I have found a couple local pharmacies that take care of me just fine. And so it's changing my shopping behavior, and I will be doing less shopping in the mall. I will be doing a lot more shopping at Carbone Market, other markets. I've got one fairly close to me, so if I don't want to take the trip to downtown, the prices, of course, if they buy their stuff here, they've got to mark it up a little bit. Now, some of those people get it directly from the farms and the mountain farms here as well, so good prices, and the cost of a taxi down here and back, I usually more than pay for the taxi just on what I make up, save in broccoli, for instance. So it definitely pays to take the trip if you've got the time. So in a sense, these restrictions have actually really helped me in many ways. It has changed my lifestyle a bit, where I shop. And will I ever go back to the big grocery stores? Well, of course, I will when it's convenient and they let people back in. But I will be doing a lot more of my shopping outside of those places. And of course, I can get a lot of certain number of things online as well, so I don't have to go to the pharmacy in the big mall. I find a lot of that at the local drugstore on the street as well. Durian fruit. You will find signs in hotels saying there's a couple of fruits, durian fruit being one of them, has a very interesting smell. And I'm told that it tastes pretty good if you can get past the smell. But a lot of hotels will have signs. No, durian fruit is not allowed. Do not bring it into this hotel because of that god-awful smell. There's another fruit that falls into that category, and I don't remember the name. Somebody will comment. Somebody will comment and tell us what that is, I'm sure. Anyway, there's hardware shops down here. There's clothing shops. There are just any number of, and a taxi will bring you down pretty much to the entrance area. And you can call one. Of course, Grab is the, I think Grab is the only on-call. You can call delivery services such as, I think Grab has delivery services. They'll come and pick up your goods and deliver it as well as other ones as well. I've seen guys pushing some of these large carts. I've seen them over a kilometer from here. So whoever bought the goods and they put them on the cart and they're pushing that cart. So that's, boy, they're earning their living, that's for sure. Got quite a number, this was something new, quite a number of, they had a checkpoint set up. Now, I think I've got some footage of that if I can find it. The carts like this, I've seen them over a kilometer, half a mile away. But they have a number of, not only just the checkpoint, they had the military in there, I think. Military uniforms anyway. PNP and military doing checks. Comelec checkpoint. The Comelec being the agency that handles elections. And they were checking, mostly pulling over motorbikes, it appeared. You're not supposed to be carrying a gun if you don't have a special permit to carry it during the election season. Election season started this month through the elections in May of this year. And if you're carrying large, huge amounts of money to pay off the voters, that is not allowed as well. I'm not sure what a large amount of money is considered here, but a lot of that goes on. Somebody told me recently their aunt or grandfather got 5,000 pesos if he would vote for such and such candidate someplace last elections a number of years ago. That amount would be very unusual. I think usually it's in the smaller bills, 50, 100, maybe 500, something like that. This was a weekday and didn't seem to be exceptionally busy, partly due to the fact the government is trying to tell everybody to stay home, don't go anywhere unless you have essential business, which I did. I need to get some food. But anyway, these lockdowns and call them whatever you want, the attempt by the governments to get people to not go out, not participate in the economies continues to hurt the economy, hurt livelihoods, hurt people. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.